This is the best action camera for fishing. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you why I picked the Insta360 One R 1" mod. Because just from my past experience, I've been using GoPro a lot and I'm a fan of GoPro, but I just find this camera to do a little bit better than the GoPro. And I've been recording my fishing experience since 2014, maybe a little bit earlier. And I wanna be able to share that with you and just kind of give you some perspective. You know, GoPros are great, you know, don't get me wrong, GoPro or DJI, Osmo, whatever action camera, they're all great. There's always, you know, that one thing that can be better, but I find it to be most effective with this Insta360 camera, and I really enjoy filming with it, and I think that's the bottom line. And you have to keep in mind that sometimes fishing doesn't always go as planned, so you gotta learn how to, you know, work with it and kind of implement and be creative and just find a way to enjoy it too and not be overly stressed, because that's what fishing is about. Fishing is all about stress-free and having a good time. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, so in that way we can push this video out to all the younger individuals who wants to learn how to fish, or anybody who wants to learn how to fish or how to get started. So you just gotta get out and start recording. That's all I can say. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, anything fancy. Whatever that may work would definitely be the first step. And a quick disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Insta360. I purchased everything by myself, out of my pocket. And so I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion, really just my experience through shooting videos, fishing. So here you go. So I first started recording with the GoPro 3. And so it was able to record in 1080p, I believe 50 frames per second. So it was good enough at that time. I think it was back in 2014 that I first started, and I just went out and just started shooting everything that I was trying to fish for. So I didn't really think much of it, but overall I think for me, I just really enjoy recording videos and at the same time going fishing, you know, combining the two, which just makes it really special. One of the key features that I like most about the Insta360 One R 1" is that it has the capability to shoot in low light. So whether that's indoor, early morning, at night, under tunnels, bridges, shaded areas like on the trees, it does a better job because it absorbs more light and because of the 1" sensor. So yeah, the GoPro, they do a good job as well, but because of the size of the sensor, the video quality goes down under low light condition. What I like about this camera is that it's modular, so if you do end up breaking it, you don't have to replace the whole camera. The boosted battery actually lasts pretty long. It has 2 times the capacity, so you're able to shoot out there much longer. So one thing that annoys me the most is when you're fishing or you're moving a lot and your camera shakes a lot or jittery and it's hard to see what you're doing, right? So this camera has a good stabilization in post where you can add onto the clips. It makes it more stable and easy to watch, easier for the viewers to watch. Oh yeah, it's also able to shoot in 5.3K video up to 30 frames per second, 4K video up to 60 frames per second. So that's pretty cool. When you're fishing, you don't want to miss what you're trying to capture. So this camera does a really good job shooting very wide so you don't miss anything. You don't want to record too long because a long lengthy video can definitely slow down when you're trying to stabilize the footage. There's several options to change field of view, whether you want it to be wider or narrow and you won't lose the image quality. But you also want to watch out because as soon as you put the mic in, it's no longer waterproof. The lens on this camera is high quality and it's made by Leica, a very high quality company. I also really like the quality build of this camera. And the user interface is very easy to use, easy to learn. The touchscreen, they're pretty good. Sometimes there's overheating problems, but I never really had an issue, so I can't really complain. There's 3 things that I think is pretty garbage about the camera. Is that 1, it's kind of hard to maneuver around the touchscreen when your fingers are wet. 2, what was 2? I forgot 2 was. Anything that's really up close to the camera gets out of focus. And then 3, in order to replace the battery, you have to take the lens out to be able to take the camera out of the housing to be able to switch the battery out. I like the fact that you can record in log. That gives a more dynamic range to the footage, and you're able to add colors to footage while you're editing. Just makes it look, you know, more cinematic or more cool the way you like it. Anyways, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you use. As long as you're going out there having fun, fishing, recording, and just having a good time. That's how you learn. So whether you're shooting with your camera, GoPro, your iPad, your grandma's old video camera, it doesn't really matter. As long as you create some content and you're having fun fishing. What I like most about this camera is that it can shoot in low light conditions. So meaning any dark areas, or if you're fishing under a tree, you get a better video quality, and quality is what I'm all about. That's what I'm looking for, because I want my viewers to be able to see what I'm doing and to really enjoy the footage, what I'm trying to capture. I want you guys to really enjoy what I'm seeing in the experience, right? So I think that's why video quality is really important. Having a camera that's able to shoot in low lights is definitely a must-have. And so this camera does a really good job in that. So that's why I'm sticking to Insta360, because they just do a phenomenal job in that area, and I know it's just gonna get better. So if you've been shooting a GoPro for a while, definitely check this out. You might see the difference, and you might want to start, you know, focusing on shooting in low lights, so that way your video quality is more enjoyable to watch. Or if you're looking to get a new camera and don't know where to start, this is definitely a good option, good investment of your money. And I can happily say this camera is definitely worth my money. This camera has a few cons to it, but I think the pros outweigh the cons. And you know, just like any other action cameras, there's definitely a few things that can be better, but I think this one works super well when you're fishing, because it can just, you know, shoot anywhere at any time in any condition. It's definitely what you want when you're going out fishing and you want to record your fishing moments. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Hopefully you get some good takeaway from it. So again, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time. And like I always say, find a reason, not an excuse, fish.